Hong Kong is one of my favorite destinations, whether it be the food, the shopping, the transportation, the shopping, the food, the shopping. But to understand Hong Kong, you've got to go to where it all began, and that's Victoria Harbour. Come with me. So if you want to experience Hong Kong and you really want to check out the harbor, the only way to do it, it's not the Star Ferry. That's way too industrial. It's the Duk Ling boat. This is a throwback to the 1500s. Now, granted, it has an engine, but what I like about this boat are the sails. And we've got some wind today, and that's what's going to take us out here and out into the harbor. Ah yes, the Duk Ling. I'm glad I've got my sea legs today because I don't have any Dramamine and vomiting could be a problem. Do I get a discount if I vomit on the boat? I feel like a stowaway or a pirate on this Chinese dinghy boat. Oh, the Duk Ling. It so reminds me of the old boats I'd see in ancient Chinese paintings, and that's exactly what it is. It's based on the idea of a junk boat. You would see these in any Wikipedia link or any old Bruce Lee movie going through the harbor. It's a pretty efficient design. It's wide. It's not really deep, but it's got these huge sails, and it's designed to cut through the water, and the Chinese explored the world in this type of boat. You don't see a lot of them anymore because of the advent of modern technology, engines, gas, and diesel. But on a good day, in southern parts of China, you can see many of these cruising around the harbor. Now, looking at the supernatural part of your life, there's two things at play. There's availability, that's yours, and then ability, which is God. You've got to have something natural at play so God can then bring in the supernatural to do what He wants you to do. Take, for example, this boat. This boat is all about wind and all about sails. This boat is useless if it doesn't have the wind, and it's really useless if it doesn't have the sails. I'm always reminded of Noah. When trying to express the call of God on his life, God told him to do one thing: go and build a boat. In the natural, it made no sense. In fact, people made fun of him, and for 120 years, he built this boat. In fact, it had never rained before Noah had built the boat. Sure enough, boat's completed, he loads it with animals, God closes the door, and first time ever, rain hits the earth. Problem is, it's a flood. God knew exactly what He was telling Noah to do. Noah had faith and did it. He did the natural, God did the supernatural. And as you can see, God saved an entire family, saved the entire generation of animals, and started over again with Noah because Noah was obedient. All right, so what are those things in your life that you're expecting God to bring about abundant change? Maybe it's something for your future. Maybe it's a question about your education. Maybe it's a question about relationship or future ministry calls or where you're going to work or what you're going to do. That's great. Those are all legitimate. But my question is, have you even built a boat yet? Have you done anything? You're expecting a job. Have you put in a resume? You're expecting to have friends. Have you even been a friendly person? You're expecting a big change in your life. What are you willing to do to see those things come to pass? If you're asking God to help, please step out in faith and give God something to work with, because without faith, you cannot please God, and faith will always produce muscle movement. And for Noah, Noah built a boat. And this Duk Ling, without the cheesy music and without the boat and without the sails, there is no boat. There is no tour. Now, the Duk Ling is designed to get you from this side of the harbor to the other, and it needs wind to do that. Now, you can't control any of that, but there's one thing you can control, is whether or not there's a boat. Let me ask you, have you built a boat with sails so the wind can actually move what you've created? Now, what about you? Have you built your boat? What in the world are you waiting for? Get to work!